Hello everybody, it is me, the Classy Fin, and today we're going to be doing a little review on the Pokken Tournament DX Pro Pad made by Hori. I have had this thing for several years, and there's actually a fun story to go with that, but I don't want to get into that one in this video. But I will say I have had this since late 2019, and I've been using it since then, when I was kind of on and off playing Pokken, when I kind of had the time and, made the time, or tried to make the time at least. And then more recently, over the past year, I've been using this super often to play the game. First thing we're going to do is actually talk about why this exists and what it's supposed to be. So, this controller was made specifically for two games. Pokken DX. And Pokken is the Wii U version of Pokken, and then DX, the Switch version. The controller is designed to be kind of a replica of the arcade version of the controller, and the differences between this and the arcade version, I think, are just colorway. Like how you can see, it's a dark gray with black trim on it and all that. There is a Pikachu version that is yellow, and I forget the trim color. They're the trim color. And then there is the Wii U version that is the original white and very dark, deep red kind of trim. So, with that out of the way, we're going to get into the good. So, first up, this controller feels fantastic to hold. In fact, I liked this thing so much that until I got this bad boy, this is what I was using to play on some fighting games here and there on PC. Because I liked it that much. It is that comfortable of a controller that I love using this thing. This is one of the most comfortable controllers I have ever used. Straight up. It is, fantastic to hold. And with that, the actual build quality, for the most part, is fantastic. Aside from a few things which we'll get into later. In fact, one of them you can already see while I've been just holding this thing. Buttons feel great to push. And, everything feels great to push on this. All the buttons are, just great. And it is a very durable controller from my usage of it. It hasn't had any issues in the past, what now, 3 years? I think almost 4 years that I've been using it. It hasn't had any big issues, which is awesome. Also, it works on PC. So if you wanted to use this, if this is what you had lying around and you wanted to play some PC fighting games, you can use this. It works good on PC. I think I've used this with Skullgirls. I know I've used this with. I know I have messed with it on Guilty Gear Strive. I think I've played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with this. And all of them, it worked great. I think the only thing I've had to do in some games is I've had to swap buttons around, swap button mappings around so that they actually match up with the controller. But that's all I got for the good. Oh, actually one more thing. Cable. Yeah, it's cabled, but I don't really care too much. And it's a decent length cable. So that's good. Although we'll talk about that again in a moment. When we get into the bad. So firstly, elephant in the room. Lay buttons. The paint quality on these buttons do be trash. So up until the point of where I started getting super into it, buttons were fine, the button, the paint stayed on perfectly fine. I started getting into it really heavily, and within a few days of me really starting to play a lot, the paint just started to wear off. And I've asked other community members about this, and tons of other people have told me, yeah, the button paint, the paint for the face buttons, so the A, B, X, and Y, yeah, these, the paint for that wears off really quickly. And just to show you, here is this is another Hori controller that I've had for actually longer, and actually, this controller I don't use anymore because of actually, like, I believe it's up here. Up here, this is not good anymore. And also that. Although other than that, this controller's been, lasted, basically since I got the Switch. So when I stopped using, which was like 3 or 4, a good few years. But the face buttons. Notice how the paint isn't nearly completely gone on the buttons. Like, even though, yeah, the paint's come off on this X, I can still very clearly make out that is an X. And here's the Joy-Con. Here is the, I believe, yeah, this is the right Joy-Con. The buttons on this are perfect. Perfectly, perfect still, paint-wise. Then you look at the Pokken pad. This is trash. The paint quality on these buttons is trash. Then there is also the cable. I would love for there to be a wireless version of this pad. Like, legitimately would love for them to someday make a wireless version of this, because as much as I don't care about the cable, there is a huge downside to it being cabled. I can't take it on the go with me in play Pokken with this on the go. I have to take another controller with me if I want to play games or play Pokken on the go, because this isn't wireless. Yeah, those are my only issues with it. Is oh wait, there's one more. And this is more specifically something that I think they should have put on here to accommodate the fact that this is not for the arcade game, and this is for you know, the Wii U and the Switch version. Would like to see some like, you have these right here. Why can't there be a, like, just, like, there's room on here to put a home button and a share button. The share button I don't really care about. I would like for there to be at least, like, right here maybe on underneath these. I would like a home. I really wish there was a home button. But yeah. So what is my score on this? I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a really good controller, but the paint over here, that issue of just that wearing off just like really quickly because the paint doesn't seem to be very quality. And you know, the fact that there is some creature comforts that I wish this had that it doesn't, kind of knocks the score for me. So thank you guys all for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and bye for now. Peace.